I know that after you left my live stream, you went into someone else's and started talking about how much you love Jesus and God and the Bible. So maybe I should send that evidence to the church you go to in that little town we both know about.
You're not gonna have a come down at all. There wasn't no intermediate stop. He went straight from the ends to Jesus? Don't bring that to Jesus. I would love to see the reasoning behind why they felt like they had to drop ends. You know, I felt like he was opening the Pokemon packs too black. The tears he was making was too wide. You know, it was too wide, and the tears he was making. And then as he was flipping through them, just very thick fingers. Hey, shout out to all of the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. I am Reese Waters, and this is Racist of the Week, where we explore the stupidity and hypocrisy of discrimination in hopes we can build a more perfect union. And also laugh. As usual, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Racism. And of course, if you have any nominees, you can drop them in the comments. You can email me at admin@ReeseWaters.com. Today's nominee, Navy guy, or should I say, former Navy guy.
To the white guy that called me slurs over and over again in my live stream the other night for no reason, guess what? You're gonna get kicked out of the United States Navy. You know how they tell us that we should be careful what we do on social media because there could be real life consequences? Hi, my name's Real Life Consequence. I've done a thorough background check and now I know everything about you. I know what little town in Texas you're from. I know your name, your phone number, your email address. I've seen your disciplinary records. I know the names of all of your family members, including your dead mother and your daughter who turns 2 next week, and her mother who's gonna have to pay for all the birthday presents this year because you came into my live stream and saw a black man who was talking about Pokemon cards and video games, and you assumed, yeah, he's not going to do anything if I call him slurs repeatedly even though he's trying to help me. Turns out I am going to do something. Turns out there are so many things I can do because I have all the screenshots, I have all of the recordings. I know that after you left my live stream, you went into someone else's and started talking about how much you love Jesus and God and the Bible. So maybe I should send that evidence to the church you go to in that little town we both know about. I know exactly which boat in the Navy you serve on, and I know the names of black sailors that serve on the same boat as you. Maybe I'll send the clips to them as well. But only after I send them to the Naval Inspector General's office because I'm getting you fired. I'm getting you kicked out of the Navy. There's nothing you can do to stop me. There is no apology I will accept. There is no excuse I will listen to. There is no money you could offer me. You're getting fired. And when you're working the graveyard shift in an Amazon warehouse and your back hurts and your feet hurt and those white bright lights are beating down on you and the teenager who still has his life ahead of him walks up to you and says, "What are you doing here?" Tell him the truth. Tell him about me.
Y'all want to see a dead body?
Stall him out, Tamo! Stall him out! I'm just playing. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see nothing. My only regret was having to watch that by myself. Cause it feels better when you can watch it with friends, right?
To the white guy that called me slurs over and over again in my live stream the other night for no reason, guess what? You're gonna get kicked out of the United States Navy. You know how they tell us that we should be careful what we do on social media because there could be real life consequences? Hi, my name's Real Life Consequence. I've done a thorough background check and now I know everything about you. I know what little town in Texas you're from. I know your name, your phone number, your email address. I've seen your disciplinary records. I know the names of all of your family members, including your dead mother and your daughter who turns 2 next week, and her mother.
There's so much to unpack there. There is so much to unpack. Shout out to Tamo for that. So much to unpack there. The first thing that came to mind when I saw it is the man was opening Pokemon cards. The man, it sounds like a made up activity when you were trying to squash suspicion. What were you up to? I was just looking at my Pokemon cards. You know what I mean? I was in the room playing Magic the Gathering. That's all. Magic the Gathering. Yeah, it was popular for like 6 months when I was in high school and then never again. It sounds like a made up activity. That's how innocent, like I was attacked with, I was at the department store just trying out Hugging Stuffies And here they come with the slurs, but that's legitimately what happened. Also, not to be ignored, he was trying to help that gentleman. He was trying to help. He took time out of his day and his life to try and help you. And this was the energy that you gave to somebody who was trying to help you. And where have we seen that energy before?
How am I walking through the streets of London and a homeless man fixes his mouth to call me a black bitch? I'm genuinely baffled. This man right here with his whole entire chest, like, bro, you have bigger worries to worry about. Find a house. How are you gonna be racist and homeless? Pick a fucking struggle. Oh my God.
And by the way, just in case people thought that this might have been a one-off, here was the video that he posted the day before this one.
Why is there so much racism in the Pokemon community? I just went on live, right? And I'm sitting here minding my business, just organizing some cards. And this guy joins the panel and he's like, oh, I have cards. Can you help me figure out if they're worth anything? I'm like, for sure. I pull up the website. I ask him like, okay, show me what you have. He turns on his camera. And then this is what happens next. What's on, okay. And what are the numbers at the very bottom, on the very, very bottom of the card? Right here, what do these numbers say?
It's Nigger.
Dude, are you serious? Why are you like this?
It's nigger.
No, but seriously, but why are you like this? Listen, I've been collecting these cards for maybe like 5 months. My collection is not that big, but I love opening packs, right? I open packs on my YouTube channel. I love watching people open packs. I love opening packs with people. I like looking at everybody's collections. I love it. It's fun. But I don't bother anybody. In my year of doing content, the most racism I've received has been in the Pokemon community, all right? It wasn't just this thing that happened tonight. I just want to know, what the fuck is the point? I just wanted to try a new hobby and start a little collection, right? So can you leave me the fuck alone?
But yes, Black MAGA, talk to me again about black fatigue. You know, black fatigue, you know, because they need a reason to be racist. This was the video that was posted literally the day before. And once again, this was a moment where he was actively trying to help somebody else. And they brought this energy. And also, you can see by his reaction how not shocked he was. It's one thing for him to talk about the racism in the Pokemon community. There's another for him to be confronted with it while he's trying to help somebody and not bat an eye and immediately go into, why are you like this? That's how not shocking this was for him.
How are you gonna be racist and homeless? Pick a fucking struggle. Oh my God.
And it makes me wonder, are these people just avowed racists that are so dedicated to their racism that they're willing to pretend to be into Pokemon so that they can get off these racist blasts? Like, this is like a real deep cut of racism that they're floating right here. Or are they legitimately into Pokemon and that keeps the racism at bay? Like that kind of keeps the racism like semi under control, and then eventually they just lose control and yeah, you know what I mean? It just comes out, you know, like venom. Like I couldn't control myself.
I can't take it no more. God, if you listen, help!
Glad I could finally make a stream. My favorite set is Surging Sparks, and I was curious how you like being Section 8 monkey. Why am I being called a Section 8 monkey? We can get Pokemon cards with food stamps now. Why? What is with the racism while I'm trying to open Pokemon cards? I'm literally at the last pack. Like, damn, if you would let me finish. Wasn't bad enough you had to take basketball from us. Now you want Pokemon. How about you stick to something your people invented, such as cannibalism? That wasn't us.
Not only was that not, it's certainly something that you have taken back now, haven't you? If you felt like something was lost, you certainly have reclaimed that now, haven't you? So this is the kind of thing that has been habitually happening to this gentleman while he goes about his business opening Pokemon cards. So it's no wonder that he clapped back. And when he clapped back hard.
The head of him walks up to you and says, "What are you doing here? Tell him the truth. Tell him about me."
I love this song. I have the number of times I just sat and watched this TikTok over and over again because I love it so much. It's ridiculous. Also, for no reason whatsoever, I looked up everything you lose when you are dishonorably discharged, and you lose fucking everything. No VA benefits, no health care, no GI Bill, no home assistance, no transition support, no military funeral, no student loans, no government assistance. You no longer be able to own a firearm. Depending on where you live, you may lose your right to vote. Holding certain public offices may be restricted or prohibited. A dishonorable discharge disqualifies you from most federal jobs. The discharge acts as a significant barrier in civilian employment, as employers often check discharge documents. The background checks, this is my favorite part. The discharge is a permanent part of your record and cause you to get ghosted during the process. I love this TikTok. I could just watch it all day, over and over and over again. It's beautiful.
Looks good to me. No, that definitely looks good to me. Huh? You feel like he went too far for holding him accountable for his own behavior? Let me ask you a question. Did he lie on him? Did he lie on him? Did he say something that he didn't say? No, this was all his own behavior. So holding him accountable for his own behavior is going too far. Did the Navy gentleman, or former Navy, did he go too far? Do you think he went too far? So why is this where your attention goes? Right? Because we just supposed to laugh it off, like always. Turn the other cheek. Oh, but only for them.
Shout out to Tamo. So for the people that are saying that he went too far, I don't think he did. Society is just so adjusted and so comfortable with racism, especially to people of color. People think it's okay to go around slanging racial slurs to people of color. You know, the brown, the black, the yellow. If you're not white, you know, you don't experience much of this. It's an everyday thing for people of color out in public, here on social media. So no, I don't think Tamo went too far. The white dude just fucked around and found out.
I think going too far would have been immediately leaving that to go talk about Jesus. You know what I mean?
I know that after you left my live stream, you went into someone else's and started talking about how much you love Jesus and God and the Bible. So maybe I should send that evidence to the church you go to in that little town we both know about.
You're not gonna have a come down at all. There wasn't no intermediate stop. He went straight from the ends to Jesus. Don't bring that to Jesus. You know what I mean? Stop somewhere else first before you go right to church. It's like that meme of the people it's like that meme of the people going right to church after reporting people to ICE or ignoring atrocities happening all around them come to life.
Somebody in the Twitch chat said, "Why did you get so hurt by N-word?" Genuine question. I'll give you a genuine answer. People who look like me used to get eaten in this country. People who look like me used to have parts of their bodies cut off and then fed to them. People who look like me used to get used for alligator bait in this country, and we couldn't do anything about it. So when people say it's not that deep, it's always that deep. It will always be that deep. People used to be able to say that word to me and everybody else would just clap. And then if I said anything, I might end up in a tree. That's how it used to be. That's how it used to be. If I can make sure you get punished, I'm gonna do it. And I'm not finna apologize to nobody for that. Maybe just leave me alone next time.
And by the way, you can substitute me with us. You can substitute us with people. Maybe just leave people alone, right? Because streets is watching. Streets is always watching.
I'm trying to figure out when y'all gonna learn that you cannot hide behind the internet anymore. You can literally be found through your IP address. All a person really needs is kind of your first and last name, if that. So all y'all keyboard warriors and people that thought you could hide behind fake pages, that time is over. Like, there are no more secrets anymore. You can literally find out anybody's information for free, or you can just pay $20 a month to do a background check on anybody. All you need is their first and last name, and you can literally find down to their great-great-grandma. Y'all better learn to stop playing on this internet. It is not a game. And some people, their tolerance is up to here, and they will out you. Just like Tamo, or however you pronounce his name. Yeah, y'all gonna learn.
Now, I'll be honest, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I appreciate that it is something that is useful when it comes to ramifications. The ramifications of people's actions becoming public. In that regards, I am here for it. But I also wonder, and I'm somebody who, like, I'm an elder millennial, so I kind of came up around the advent of the internet and this energy of, well, you don't trust what you put on the internet. You know what I mean? I came up, well, you can't trust. I came up with that. You know what I mean? So I kind of operate as if everything I do is public at all times. I kind of operate as if whatever it is that I say could be blasted and clipped and whatever at all times. And this is prior to me having this platform. I've always operated that way. When did we go to just complete trust in the anonymity of the internet? Like, when did that happen? Because I feel like it was the generation above me that was really pushing not being able to trust the internet. Maybe it was our generation. When we raised our kids, we completely lost impressing that level of paranoia on the youth. Paranoia ain't always bad, and it's not always wrong. Exhibit A.
I guess even though we were free, we were still slaves in the mind.
Message.
Some of y'all have never heard Rockwell before, and it shows. I always feel like somebody's watching me. Huh? It's Rockwell. I know it sounds like Michael Jackson. He was the feature. But it's a Rockwell song. Technically.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not joining the stream because I'm scared of getting leaked for saying one wrong thing. Just don't be racist. Like, I feel like you guys are just gripping the table or just like, I have to. I gotta get it out. Like, why are y'all fighting demons to just not be bad people? Is it that hard? Come on. Just don't be racist. And don't be homophobic. And don't be transphobic. Don't be misogynistic. Don't be weird. It's actually not that difficult.
I need to understand how seeing somebody drop ends and get exposed and then saying, I'm scared of being in your lives is not an indictment of your own hatefulness. Like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? That's crazy. It'd be like going on a date with somebody and she talks about how badly her ex-boyfriend mistreated her. And I'm like, I'm scared to date you. You know what I mean? Because everything you describe sound like a good time. So, you done took all my weapons away. How is that not? How did you feel normal coming out of your mouth with I'm scared to be in your stream? Cause you can't not drop ends? And that was an acceptable thing for you to say? This world is wild. It really is. And I am so grateful that Tamo, and hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, is the person that is handling. I don't wish that on him, but he has handled it extremely well, because as we also understand, there's a massive double standard. And if he were to crash out and act away, then that would be used as further justification for this kind of racism. Justification, which, as you can see, they don't need. I would love to see the reasoning behind why they felt like they had to drop ends. You know, I felt like he was opening the Pokemon packs too black. The tears he was making was too wide. You know, it was too wide, and the tears he was making. And then as he was flipping through them, just very thick fingers, just, you know, cycling through. Like, I would love to see what their justification is, but we understand that they don't need a reason to be racist. That is what this particular video was all about. But shout out to Tamo for his response to all of this. I hate that he has to deal with this, but it's a circumstance that came with a happy ending.
300,000 followers in 1 week. One video. I really can't believe this. I really just want to shout out people, because, you know, I've heard people say, you know, yeah, the algorithm is king. You know, we serve the algorithm. The algorithm is everything. The algorithm, blah, blah, blah. The algorithm didn't do anything. People did this. All of you did this. People saw this. People felt it. People resonated. People understood it. People liked it. People shared it, because people know what it feels like across so many different identities, right? Not just black, but across so many different identities. You know, it feels like to just be fucked with in ways that you don't deserve, in ways that you don't provoke, in ways that you don't invite, right? And so many people just don't get justice. The people who deserve to be punished, they rarely ever do. Rarely ever. In fact, usually they benefit from it. I want all of us to be able to just live our lives, enjoy the little moments, the in-between moments, without our peace just being like interrupted over some bullshit. That's what I want for myself. That's what I want for all of you. That's what I want for everybody. That's what we deserve, man. Shit is always too stressful. To everybody that's new around here, hello, my name is Tamo. I'm a gamer. I like Pokemon. I like music and other things. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow the Twitch. All the links are in my bio. The name is the same everywhere. And I will see you very soon. Thank you so much. Also, I'm not bald.
So shout out to Tamo, and also shout out to all of the people and their celebratory posts all over the internet. I've had quite a lot of fun watching those. So shout out to y'all for those. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't congratulate our racist of the week, the formerly of the Navy. I'm not sure where we should send it. Should we send it to the church, or are you still allowed in that church? You are. Oh, they made him a deacon. That makes sense. That makes sense. That's how we got here. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Now, there's not a lot that we can count on these days. There's death, taxes, and the Cowboys being trash.
Y'all are trash. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Y'all are trash.
And I mean trash. But one of the other things you can count on is my Tuesday lives. They started on Tuesday nights, and then we went to the afternoon, and then they went back to nights, and wow, I've been out here tacoing like Trump. I have all the commitment of a new ICE recruit. Well, here's the thing. There's so much that's happening in the afternoons. I find that's probably a good time for me to do my lives, and I can give some more immediate reactions. There'll be some polls that'll go up on the community tab, so be on the lookout for that. Also be on the lookout, especially while you're in the comments, for imposters. I mean, really, These imposters and these scam artists love my content more than I do. Honest, they be there more than Miss Ray.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok.
Scammers love my content like X loves racism.
Finger licking good special. That's what I'm talking about.
But I want you to know, because I get emails from folks all the time thinking that we had a whole text conversation. And man, I wish I had that deniability back in the day. That wasn't me. That was scammers. I never invited you over and left my actual address. That wasn't me.
Stop the cap.
I would never ask you for your phone number via a comment, and I certainly wouldn't list mine.
You have to trust your gut.
If you see these kinds of comments, please report them immediately and send them to my attention at admin@ReeseWaters.com. You know what? You can also send there any of these merch pics. Well, you know what? We got a whole merch unboxing from Paulette. You go, girl.
They have it very well packed in this customized box that holds it perfectly in place. Aha! The new Reese Waters merch. Reese, what's up? Way of Waters.
Thank you so much for that, Paulette. There's a lot more where that came from at ReeseWaters.com. And be on the lookout because there's a lot more drops coming just in time for the holiday season.